If you hear your child crying in the middle of the night and you know your child isn't home, don't go to them. Don't open that door, because what's behind it isn't your child. I know, because I opened the door. My daughter, Emma, is 7 years old. She's at her grandmother's house, 200 miles away. She's safe there. She has to be safe there. But 3 nights ago at 2:17 a.m., I heard her crying. Not through a phone, not in a dream. I heard her in her bedroom, down the hall from mine. That specific cry she makes when she's had a nightmare. That little hiccuping sob that breaks your heart. The one that makes you want to run to her, scoop her up, tell her everything's okay. I was already out of bed before I remembered something. Emma wasn't home, but I could still hear her crying. I stood there in the darkness of my hallway, and I could hear my daughter sobbing in her room. I could hear the specific squeak of her bed frame as she shifted. I could hear her little voice calling out. Every parent knows that sound. Your child, afraid, needing you. It bypasses your brain. It hits something primal. You have to go to them. My hand was on my phone, shaking. I called my mother. "Mom, is Emma okay? Can you check on her right now?" Then she said, "Sweetie, she's right here, sleeping like an angel. Are you okay?" But I could still hear her, crying, calling for me. "Mommy, please, it's dark. I'm scared. Why won't you come?" I ended the call, stood there in my hallway, phone in one hand, the other hand reaching forward, pulled toward her door like a magnet. And I knew that Emma was safe with her grandmother. Ended the call. Should have left, grabbed my keys, driven away, or even called the police. But she was crying. My daughter was crying. I had to go check in her room. My hand touched the doorknob. It was cold, too cold, like touching ice, like touching something dead. The crying stopped. Complete silence. 5 seconds pause. Then a whisper, right against the door, so close I could feel breath on the other side of the wood. "Mommy, why are you making me wait? Don't you love me anymore?" It sounded exactly like her, the same way she pronounces, every detail, perfect. But something was in the tone, something scary, cold, like someone was wearing my daughter's voice like a mask. "Open the door, Mommy. I'm cold. I'm scared. Please, I just want you to hold me." I opened the door. The room was dark, too dark, like the darkness was thick. But I could see the shape in her bed. Something was under her blankets, the size of my child, just like Emma sleeps. The pink unicorn comforter she loves. "Baby," I whispered. The shape didn't move. "Emma," slowly, so slowly, the shape under the blankets started to turn toward me. I could see the outline of a head on the pillow, small, the right size. But as it turned, the proportions were wrong. The head was too long. And then I saw its eyes, reflecting in the darkness, too far apart, too large, catching light that didn't exist in the room, like an animal's eyes, glowing. "Hi, Mommy. I missed you so much." The thing sat up. The blanket fell away. It looked like Emma. Same pajamas, same brown hair, same face. But it moved in a strange way. Head moving too far to the side. Smile too wide. It opened its arms. I could see its fingers. Too long. Too many joints. Whispered. I ran. Slammed the door behind me. Heard it hit the door. Hard. The whole frame shook. Again. 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 Boom. The voice was changing, getting deeper, multiplying, like dozens of voices screaming at once. "Come give me a hug, Mommy. Come tuck me in. Come kiss me goodnight. Come closer, Mommy. Come lie down with me. Stay with me forever. Mommy, Mommy, why are you leaving? Mommy, come back. Mommy, please. Mommy, I love you. Mommy, let me out. Let me out. Let me out." Matured, angry voice. I called the police, told them someone broke into my house, was hiding in my daughter's room. They came, checked every room, checked her bedroom. Nothing. Empty room. Bed neatly made. No signs of entry. No signs of anything. One officer pulled me aside, asked if I'd been under stress, if I'd taken any medication, if I'd been sleeping. I showed them the door, the dents, the splintered wood where something had been hitting it from inside. There were no dents, no damage. The door was perfect. They left, suggested I call a therapist. But I know what I saw. I know what I heard. And here's what makes it worse. I called my mother, 3 a.m., woke her up, begged her to check on Emma. She did. Emma's bed was empty. My mother found her in the bathroom, standing in front of the mirror, staring at herself. When Emma woke up, Emma looked confused, said she'd been having a bad dream, said she dreamed she was trapped somewhere dark, that she was crying for me, that I wouldn't come. That something else answered instead. I researched our house, the previous owners. There was a little girl, 8 years old, 30 years ago. She died in Emma's bedroom. They found her in her bed. Parents thought she was sleeping, but when they tried to wake her up, she'd been dead for hours. Something had been sleeping in her bed, wearing her shape, waiting. The parents both said the same thing, that the night before, they'd heard their daughter crying, that they'd gone to her room, that she'd asked them to lie down with her. They did. They woke up the next morning in their own beds. No memory of how they got there. And their daughter was dead. Emma came home yesterday. I picked her up from my mother's. The whole drive home, she was quiet, just staring out the window. When we pulled into the driveway, she looked up at her bedroom window. "Mommy," she said, "who's that in my room?" I looked up. For just a second, just a fraction of a second, I saw a shape in her window. Small, child-sized, watching us. Emma won't sleep in her room anymore. Says she hears someone crying at night. Says they sound like her. Says they want her to come play. Last night, I heard it again. Emma's voice, crying, in her bedroom. But Emma was sleeping in my bed, right next to me. I checked. She was there, safe, breathing. But I could still hear her crying in her room. And this time, I heard 2 voices. One crying, one laughing. Whispered, desperate warning. We're leaving, today, selling the house, never coming back. But last night, Emma woke me up, 3 a.m. She was standing by the door, just staring down the hallway toward her room. "Mommy," she whispered, "she says she wants to come with us. She says she's been lonely. She says she can be me, better than I can. She says you won't even notice the difference." I looked at my daughter, in the darkness, and for just a moment, just a split second, her eyes reflected light that wasn't there. So if your child ever goes to stay with family, and you hear them crying at night, check, make sure they're really gone, because something might be waiting, something that knows their voice, knows their face, knows exactly what to say to make you open that door. And once you do, it might not just stay in the room. It might follow you home. Or worse, it might already be home. Sweet dreams, Mommy.